him, become a believer in the one who is our lost soul receiver. There's nobody like him. You've never seen anybody like Jesus. You've never met anybody like him.
The views, opinions, positions, or strategies expressed on WLAF TV 12 do not necessarily reflect those of the staff, management, ownership, or advertisers of WLAF TV 12, 1450 WLAF Radio, FM 100.9, or 1450WLAF.com.
There's been some letters go out for folks in Campbell County about the plan that they have not being available for them next year. And basically Medicare is pulling that plan out of these three counties for this next year. I don't know what the reasoning behind that is, but it does affect a lot of people. And what I can do is I can help you understand what those plans are and how they might work for you, what their options are. That's all I ever do is come to the table with more than one company. I'm an independent agent, and so I don't have to say take one or the other.
Why do my customers choose Husqvarna Power Equipment? That's easy, because my landscaping crew has to rely on a durable product.
I need the performance and quality that Husqvarna provides.
And the innovative products that help me move on with my day.
For maintenance parts or accessories, I don't have to go far. I know my Husqvarna dealer is right around the corner.
Make the impossible possible and visit a Husqvarna dealer near you.
Visit your local Husqvarna dealer or go to Husqvarna.com for more information.
Welcome to Razax.
Razax has a friendly service with a family environment with that country kick. It's a family owned with delicious food, offering breakfast, lunch, supper all day long, and great steaks, wonderful salmon. Also for that sweet tooth, pies and much more. For the kids, games, daily specials, dine in or carry out. Call 423-569-3354. Call Razax today.
Riggs Drugs has been a part of Campbell County for generation after generation, serving our friends and neighbors. And now we have redesigned our store to better serve you. It's the same knowledgeable and friendly staff, but a new look and new technology to ensure you get your prescriptions fast. We've always got you covered from prescriptions to all your home health needs. We've always been more than a pharmacy, still offering a huge selection of gifts and decor. Here at the new and improved Riggs Drugs.
Linda Kilgore, State Farm.
State Farm agent Linda Kilgore is driven to save you money on your home, auto, and life insurance.
Hi, my name is Linda Kilgore. I'm a State Farm agent in Jacksboro, Tennessee. I have 32 years insurance experience. I have been here in Campbell County for about 21 years. We offer auto, homeowners, life, health, banking, and mutual funds. Come by and let us give you a quote. Doesn't cost you anything. We can answer all your questions and choose the coverage that's right for you.
Or see State Farm agent Ann Gwen Love.
If you need rental insurance, stop by and see me at Linda Kilgore State Farm.
For all your insurance needs, see State Farm agent Linda Kilgore in Jacksboro across from Walmart, 423-566-5000, 566-5000.
Razor, Ranger, Sportsman, Ace. If you live for the outdoors, there's a Polaris to match your passion. Confident, comfortable, capable. That's Ace. With a solo cockpit, automotive controls, independent suspension, all-wheel drive, and up to 45 horses of fuel-injected power. Calling it revolutionary would be an understatement. Polaris, the world leader in off-road innovation.
Okay, good evening, everyone, and welcome again to Campbell County Issues. Tonight's show also being brought to you by True Value Homes in Huntsville, Tennessee. It's located at Highway 63 and 27. Folks, you got property, you got a home. And you know, that don't happen very often. And you might have that piece of property after you've been paying taxes on for 15, 20 years or 10 years, whatever. You can use that deed now to put a home on there without a down payment. So that stands for your down payment. And give them a call at 663-8633. And also bringing you tonight's shows, Tennessee Outdoors. You notice the commercial? Folks, they've got anything you might need to hunt and fish with. They even got John boats. They've got guns. They've got bows. And folks, this past week, an 8-year-old with a bow killed a 300-pound bear in Scott County. They killed 19 bears in Scott County with bows this year.
Already.
That's it.
And how many pound bear was this 8-year-old?
A 300-pound bear. And then another guy killed a bear in Scott County that it might even be close to a real record around this, but 515 pounds. And they're roaming around amongst our children over there.
Well,
and also, folks, Ron's golf carts and indoor flea market. Now they have a North Face rain jackets, you know, and you go over to Dillard's and all those places, J.C. Penney's, you get that stuff, you pay $250, $275 for it. He's got it down there for $70. So you can't beat that. Get down there and check it out, and I greatly appreciate it. And also I want to remind you folks, Riggs Drugs at Jacksboro is open now until on Saturday from 9 to 1. And you're on the air.
Hey, R.L.
Yes,
sir. I've got a big problem, but this town's got a problem. You know that Donnie Markham they've got for DUI down here in town? It ain't been long ago. They suspended his license for a year. And then they turn around and look today and he's driving again. The boy tells me he gets 7 to 7 driver's privileges just because he lives in Deerfield. And his mom and dad's got money, don't make him no better above the law now. And I bet had all of it I'm going to take. If the state don't do something with this money laundering people down here, something's going to have to be done with them.
Okay. I can't say anything about because I don't know nothing about it. But I will say this. There is, I mean, if the person works, they a lot of times, and if they got a family.
Goes a check, R.L. He works. He comes. Well, I don't know what he even works for. He's an alcoholic. He's right back out on the street today, drinking and driving. Now you tell me what's wrong with this town, and then I'll tell you.
Well, I don't know.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, welcome, Bob.
Thank you.
And I know that we're in the middle of this time that you can change your insurance and do all this and that. And folks, it's got to be done. You have to do something in Campbell County because after the first of the year, you can be left out in the cold. And that's one thing we don't want to happen in Campbell County.
No, Medicare sign-up period for those who is December 7th through, is until December 7th, October 16th through December 7th. This year, United Healthcare, if you have United Healthcare, Medicare, they will no longer carry anyone who lives inside Campbell County. There was 5 counties in the state of Tennessee that was taking off the United Healthcare for, well, basically by taking these 5 counties off, they got a star rating of from 4 to 4.5, which means they get more money per person. That's, but Campbell County was one of them. But if we have people at our drugstore, and I'm sure other drugstores have some people too, but we have increased them Monday through Friday now at our drugstore. Someone will be there Monday through Friday to assist you if you have United Healthcare. Now, if you these people that are coming in to assist us, we don't make anything off of this. They're just there to help you. They carry all types of insurance. They carry Blue Cross, they carry Aetna, they carry Humana, they carry all kinds of insurance supplements, just prescription cards, just for prescriptions only. So they've got all kinds of stuff that you may need to come in. But if you, a good patient came by who is well informed, that did not know about United Healthcare last week, and I sort of panicked if he didn't know. A lot of people don't know. So I mean, if you didn't get a letter and you have United Healthcare and come January 1st you go get your prescriptions, you're no longer covered, you are allowed, you have a 30-day grace period, but you won't be covered for the month of January. But so the best thing you can do is get somewhere, get another type of insurance, let the insurance professionals go through with you, see what's best for you, and go there. Now there's a lot of other changes. Aetna bought Humana, and we don't know when Aetna is actually going to put their rules in, and not right now. Humana is signing up people like that's Humana, but somewhere in the year 2016 they'll change the Aetna rules. Anthem bought Cigna, and so you got Health Springs been bought by Anthem. So there's a lot of changes, and there's a lot of changes that's going on. So please get down to your local pharmacy, whoever it may be, and see if they've got agents there to assist you and get some changes done.
You're on the air.
Bob.
Yes.
Jim Thomas.
Yes, sir.
I understood it was just AARP, United Healthcare that was pulling out, not all of United Healthcare.
All Medicare United Healthcare. That is, it is all been United Healthcare. They're just sponsored by AARP. Okay, so but it's unless you have TennCare, okay. If you have TennCare, you can stay on United Healthcare in Campbell County. If you do not have TennCare, you've got to change insurances or you will not be covered.
SMP or something like that.
Well, United Healthcare, AARP, whatever you want to call it, on your card it'll say United Healthcare sponsored by AARP. But if you have TennCare, you don't have to worry about it. But just in case, the state of Tennessee, I understand, is going to cut some people who have TennCare now that won't have it by March. So you need to check on that too by calling DHS and see if your TennCare is going to be extended or not extended too. There's a lot of little things going on in this problem.
I know a little bit about it, but I'm almost afraid to say too much because I might give you some wrong information. So,
well, I mean, even the wrong information is saying if you've got United Healthcare, check. I mean,
if you got United Healthcare complete, AARP complete, and especially if you're one of those that doesn't pay a premium, you're out of luck.
Well, I mean, you need to check no matter what.
Absolutely.
If your card says anything about United Healthcare, we're not talking about the TennCare part. Now, the state of Tennessee has a third of their population on United Healthcare, a third on Blue Cross, and a third on Amerigroup. We're not talking about TennCare. We're talking about Medicare, okay? And if you have a plan,
it says Medicare.
Medicare. Doesn't have to say complete or anything. Sponsored by AARP, I would check and make sure that you're going to be covered after. And December 7th is the last day you can sign up to be covered January 1st. Now, a lot of people might slip through the cracks. Again, they made a provision that if you do get slipped through the cracks. You come into the drugstore, my drugstore, on January 2nd and try to fill a prescription and you're slipped through the cracks, you won't be covered. Now, you can sign up for another insurance, but it won't go into effect until February 1st. So you got a whole month that you're not got that prescription drug covered.
Right.
Okay?
It's United Healthcare Dual Complete.
United Healthcare Dual Complete means you have TeamCare with your Medicare. They will continue to carry that in Campbell County. Okay.
Okay.
All right. But hey, listen, if you got United Healthcare, just call the number on the back of the card, and then if they say no, you won't be covered, get somewhere to get some advice from someone, a professional. Okay.
All right. Appreciate it, boys.
Okay.
Thank you. Now,
well, I got a minute to the Veterans Day parade that was going to be last Sunday has been changed to this Sunday at 2 o'clock. Mayor Stanfield wanted me to announce that 2 o'clock, and more information will get passed along to you this week. Call the city and they will give you where to line up and all that. Okay, it'll be at 2 o'clock this Sunday, the Veterans Parade. Okay.
Okay. Now, back to this insurance and this. Now, I just want to go one more time.
Okay.
Folks, the safest way is to call the drugstore down there, or call, like he said, on the back of your insurance card. There's a number, and usually there's 3 numbers, and the one that says service on it is the one you call. And find out for sure, because it's too important to many of you. I mean, there's some of you out there.
I would say there's more United Healthcare patients in Campbell County than any other insurance.
No, there's no question about it.
And so you got to find out. Don't call and ask us. We don't know. So you need to come in. Yes, there's a line. We've got I think 1 or 2 agents almost every day assisting them as quick as they can, but there is a little wait because of this changeover. Again, a couple of companies have sold out to another companies, and they don't want to be taken away, in the middle of the year. I have no idea when they're going to be taking. Aetna's going to be taking Humana over. I don't know when Anthem is going to be taking Cigna Health Springs over, but it's happening. And I was at UT Hospital this week, and I already noticed that the UT Hospital is already changing to a Cigna type hospital. So, and they do, most of their business was Anthem. So the logos are already there. So I have no idea when the insurance exactly will change on that. Okay.
You're on the air.
You're on the air. I want to talk to Bob.
Go ahead.
I'm very good Bob business with Bob for 50, 60 years.
You need to turn your TV down, sir, because it's talking back to you, and it's kind of.
Hold on, turn it down.
Okay.
Now you hear me?
Yes.
I've been doing business with Bob for over 50 years. And I took that insurance that sale out last Tuesday. Blue Cross and Blue Shield.
Blue Cross, okay.
Are good?
Well, I mean, a lot of people, our insurance, the insurance people down there are making sure your doctors take it, your specialists take it, your hospital take it, your pharmacy takes it, and then they're checking your drugs. And but drugs is a minor thing. If one drug is not covered on one plan, it doesn't mean anything, because every month they change the formulary. So your drug that you're taking today, RL, you have United Healthcare in Scott County, may not be covered next month. I mean, this is just the way insurance companies work. So, have you got United Healthcare? Do you have United Healthcare? You've switched to Blue Cross, correct?
Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Yeah, that's fine. That's another 0% premium insurance, and I think every hospital in the area takes it. So I think you're in good shape. And your doctor, well, I'm sure the agent checked and see if your doctors were taking it, so I wouldn't worry about it, okay?
Okay, he said that would be the best I could get by that.
Well, it still has a zero premium. There's still 2 or 3 that has a zero premium, and Blue Cross is one of them. I think you've made a good choice, okay?
Okay,
Appreciate you. Thank you. Appreciate your call. You're on the air.
Hey, Bob.
Hey.
I have United Health.
Uh-huh.
I talked to them Friday morning.
Yes.
And when I told them what y'all were saying on the air here and over the local media, they let me speak with a supervisor, and he said I would be getting a letter saying that my United Health Care would be continued and there's no problem with it.
Do you have a supplement or do you have a advantage plan?
I have an advantage plan. I have that United Health Care, Medicare supplement.
Or do you have a supplement that you, and then you have to get a prescription card along with that?
Now, let's not nitpick over these different plans.
Well, I mean, hey, some are going to be covered and some are not.
These are false reports. I asked for something in writing. They said I'd get a letter 8 to 10 days saying that there's nothing wrong with my plan and that it would be continued.
Don't worry with it. You evidently have a supplement. You pay so much a month for your supplement. Is that correct?
So you're agreeing with me?
Yes. We're talking about the advantage. We're talking about the advantage plan.
Hey, Jerry, there's a difference there. That you're paying a premium. The ones we're talking about.
Hey, Jerry, I'm going to make it very clear. Hey, Jerry.
You did not say there was a difference a minute ago. You said United Health Care was being stopped. And also, that was reported last week. And what I'm saying is, I talked to them Friday, and they said, I asked for something in writing. They said that 8 to 10 days, they would send me out a letter saying that my coverage would be fine.
Okay, but you have a supplement. Is that correct? Yes or no? That's an easy question to say yes or no.
You're getting into semantics now. I'm not.
Wait a minute. Okay.
Listen, this is too important to bull crap about, and that's what you're doing. So I want to ask one question. Do you have a supplement or do you have the advantage plan?
I have a card that I carry that says I'm covered.
Okay. Now here, Jerry, listen to me for just a minute. What we're saying, it doesn't matter what you got or you don't got.
Wait a minute.
There's a bunch of people. There's a bunch of people out there. Listen. There's a bunch of people out there that has an advantage plan that's being stopped. That's the ones that's not paying any premium.
And that's the one that has most of the people signed up.
Right. They don't pay a premium at all.
Now, I said if you have I said if you had
a premium out of my Medicare. Or out of my Social Security.
Hey, Jerry, let's, won't you?
But what I'm saying is, United Health Care is not stopping.
You know, there are some people in this county, and Jerry's one of them, that won't be quiet enough so we can help other people. So I'm going to ask you one question.
You're upset about what y'all are doing.
No, I'm going to give you one question. Do you have a supplement to Medicare where you pay so much per month?
Card, I don't know.
You don't know if you pay so much per month for your insurance?
What I'm saying, Jerry, this is too important. We got.
They take X amount of money out of my Social Security to pay for it. I think it's right at about $106 a month. And I plan.
But do you have TennCare?
But what I'm saying is...
Do you have TennCare? Do you have a supplement or TennCare? Yes or no?
That their entire United Health Care is no longer doing business in this county.
That's not what's been.
Talk to your agent.
That's
Do you have a commercial plan or you have Medicare, correct?
I tell you what, I think VA ought to look into what y'all are doing.
Well, I think, hey,
that'd be fine.
Hey, let me tell you what I think you're doing. I think you are confusing a lot of people who's going to lose their insurance, and I don't appreciate it. And the next time I see you, I will tell you to your face.
They need to call United Healthcare.
Absolutely.
They need to call United Healthcare and do like I did and get a letter in writing.
But Jerry, let me tell you something. I don't care how many.
It's going to be continued.
Okay, I've read this thing, and I don't care how many who you've talked to and not talked to. The people that is on the Advantage plan, it's stopped in 5 different counties. Because I checked it. Because at first they said that Scott County would be affected, but it's not being affected. So I've checked it out too, buddy.
When you get your prescription January 1st, and what you've told me, you won't have any coverage.
What healthcare is doing in this county has been terminated.
Now, the one.
That's enough. Let's go.
Okay, well, I'm going to go to another call, buddy.
Okay.
All right.
Later, bye-bye.
One more time, I'm going to say this, okay? United Healthcare in Campbell County, the Advantage plan,
right,
except for those people who have team care, will be terminated as of December 31st.
Right.
So you need to change it. Now, with that said, if you have a United Healthcare supplement where you may pay $70 to $150 a month for it, and then you buy a prescription card to go along with that, you're fine.
Right.
And if you have commercial United Healthcare, you get it from your employer or something like that, you're fine.
Right.
You get it through Obamacare or something like that, you're still okay. All right. And it's just that Advantage plan that people have been paying zero for that is no longer exists in Campbell County.
You're on the air.
I'm on the air.
Yes.
You're on the air.
Oh, go down. I just got one question because
Hey, well, Jerry, no matter what it is, he wants to make an issue about it, and this is something you don't want. It's too important to confuse people, and I really don't appreciate Mr. Kidd calling and saying all that stuff. So if he's fine with it, let him ride. Okay.
very.
And your question, ma'am?
Yes. I'm on Cygnus Health Springs.
Yes.
Am I fine?
Who's your doctor? I would stay where I'm at.
You would say what?
I'd stay where I'm at right now. Okay?
Okay.
All righty?
Don't make any changes.
No changes whatsoever.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. You're on the air.
That previous caller was an idiot.
Well, listen, I'm passionate about my patients, and I have noticed that a lot of people are not taking advantage of changing, and I'm afraid come January 1st they will have a little trouble, and that's the reason I'm here. I'm not getting paid.
Here's the thing about this, and I don't understand why. It's not an advantage to me. It's not an advantage to you. It's not an advantage to Mark Beckman. Mark will be here and explaining this, and that's his job. He is an expert at it.
Yes.
He's going to be here probably next week or week after next because he knows he's got. And it's not an advantage. We're trying to put out information, and if we put out the wrong information to all these people out there, well, heck, I'd be happy for you to get somebody.
Listen, the first thing I said to call United Healthcare on the back of your card.
Right,
yes.
Absolutely.
Let's see if this is going to affect you.
Yeah.
So
you got anything else, ma'am?
It sounds like he's just wanting to get in an argument with you.
Well, if it was nighttime, he would say it's daytime, okay? And if it's daytime, he'd say it's nighttime. And we'll call up on his show. He has a show on Saturday afternoon. We'll call and waste 15 minutes of his time.
Well, that's what was my next comment. He kind of wasted 15 minutes of your time, and we was really all the rest of us was actually.
Yeah, hey, I just want to make sure everybody has health insurance come January 1st.
Well, just let him go on and show his hind end and
we appreciate your call.
Working out the money. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're on the air.
Yes. Does this affect the ones that's on the United Healthcare, their team care?
No, it does not. If you have team care and you have United Healthcare, no, it does not affect you. Okay?
Okay. Is it just the way that,
somebody on that. That's the United Healthcare, but they've got the Medicare care also.
You have Medicare and Teen Care?
This one person does. He draws Social Security, but he also gets the SSI, so would it bother him?
Does he get a Teen Care also? Has he got a Teen Care card along with his Medicare card?
It's the United Health.
Okay, you might want to check on that, okay? You might want to come in and have that checked, okay?
Okay,
All right. See, the confusing things that's going on is Teen Care has a third of the population is supplied by United Healthcare. So people are getting that confused with Medicare, which hasn't anything to do with it. So I believe if I was a governor of the state of Tennessee and United Healthcare came and it has to go through the insurance bureau, I'm sure at Nashville, and they were going to pull out of just 5 counties so they could make more money. I think I would have pulled their contract on Teen Care. On Teen Care. I mean, that's just me because I'm a little bit of hothead. But to keep the confusion down, I would have divided up between Mary Group and Blue Cross and done away with United Healthcare completely. That's what I would have done.
Okay. Well, listen. I know there's somebody on the line, and we're going to take a break. You want to hold? You can hold. If you don't, you can call me back a little later.
No, I want to hold.
Okay.
I'll ask him. Go ahead.
Okay, we're going to go to break. We'll be back right on these words from our sponsors.
You know, I talked with a lot of people this week that had that Medicare plan that was going away, and I ended up talking to them a little bit, and I found out that they got the QMB. You know, it's a pink cardboard card that pays your co-pays when you go to your doctor. That pink cardboard card will entitle you to get the extra benefits you hear me talk so much about. And I've run across several people this week that got into their wallet, and lo and behold, they pulled out one of those, and I said, aha, did you know with the pink QMB card in Campbell County, you can get your dental and your vision catalog and a catalog to help you with your over-the-counter products at no cost. And that dental coverage is comprehensive. It's not just your cleanings and checkups.
Why do my customers choose Husqvarna Power Equipment? That's easy, because my landscaping crew has to rely on a durable product.
I need the performance and quality that Husqvarna provides.
And the innovative products that help me move on with my day.
For maintenance parts or accessories, I don't have to go far. I know my Husqvarna dealer is right around the corner.
Make the impossible possible and visit a Husqvarna dealer near you.
Visit your local Husqvarna dealer or go to husqvarna.com for more information.
Welcome to RaisX.
RaisX has a friendly service with a family environment with that country kick. It's a family owned with delicious food, offering breakfast, lunch, supper all day long, and great steaks, wonderful salmon. Also for that sweet tooth, pies and much more. For the kids, games, daily specials, dine in or carry out. Call 423-569-3354. Call RaisX today.
Riggs Drugs has been a part of Campbell County for generation after generation, serving our friends and neighbors. And now we have redesigned our store to better serve you. It's the same knowledgeable and friendly staff, but a new look and new technology to ensure you get your prescriptions fast. We've always got you covered from prescriptions to all your home health needs. We've always been more than a pharmacy, still offering a huge selection of gifts and decor. Here at the new and improved Riggs Drugs.
Hi, I'm Linda Kilgore. This is my 35th year with State Farm, my 25th year here in Campbell County. I'm not a high-pressure salesman. I like to just sit down with my customers and help them decide what's right for them. Thank you, and I hope to see you soon.
A Mule Pro FXT can't handle. The 2015 Mule Pro FXT. The Mule Pro FXT is engineered to smooth out the most rugged terrain. Over 8.5 inches of suspension travel make uneven surfaces feel a lot less jarring. while a tight 16-foot turning radius combined with electric power steering means easy and effortless cornering on a dime. Engine braking is tuned for a controlled feel when heading downhill, and high-output LED headlights light up the way. Round out this exceptional package with the maximum stopping power of front and rear disc brakes, and there's almost nothing the Mule Pro FXT can't handle. The 2015 Mule Pro FXT.
We're live? Okay, folks. Again, I want to mention True Value Homes over in Scott County in Huntsville. If you go up to 141, you go 63 to the second red light, and you just look left about 100 feet from the red light over there, 200, you'll see True Value Homes, and they have got some of the nicest you ever seen. Those prefab homes?
Yes.
Oh, man. You just go in them, and I'm telling you right now, I got a very expensive house and a big house. But if I could sell mine right now, I'd go buy me one. I got an acre of land, and I ain't doing nothing.
Let's clean up for your wife, but she won't be able to decorate it on Christmas.
Well, we've just about quit that too.
Okay.
Because I can't climb ladders or trees to put lights on.
That's the reason you have children and grandchildren.
Well, getting them to do that is another thing. But anyway, give Keith Klothfelder a call at 663-8633, and you can talk to him about it. Also, Ron's Golf Cart, and he has North Face rain jackets. He has UGG boots, great prices. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to tell you what the man did today. There was and I was sitting there in his place, and this lady come in and she said, we've got a problem. Me and my husband, they had 2 kids, and they ended up, I'm not going to tell you what the problem was, but anyway, and we were coming to look at a couch, and we're having problems making ends meet, but we've got a little money to spend, and we're needing a couch for about $50. He said, there's one sitting right outside my window here. You can have it. Just load it up and take it home with you. That's the kind of man old Ron is. So, you can't beat that. You're on the air. Go ahead, you're on the air.
Okay, now, what I want to ask you about is under United Healthcare, AARP.
Yes.
It's got Medicare plan included.
Yes. Yes. Do you have?
I wonder, will that be good? I know it's under United Healthcare. It's AARP.
Under Medicare?
I mean, it's under the United Healthcare, but it's AARP.
Okay, but it's Medicare, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have TennCare go along with it?
No.
You need to change plans.
Change plans.
You're paying 0 premium for that right now. Is that correct?
Yes. I was like he was saying a while ago. There's so much taken out for Social Security check, but that's not got anything to do with it, right?
No, that's Medicare. Medicare took 107.
Okay.
Yes,
this AARP, it's a Part D, isn't it?
Well, it's got Part D and Part B in it too. So the Advantage plan does. So.
Okay, what's the difference in an AARP complete? If it says complete.
It's got you have TennCare.
Okay, that's what I was wondering because my brother says AARP complete, so he would be okay, right?
Yes, as long as he has TennCare, I would check with DHS and make sure he has that. Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right.
Thank you.
You don't
but you
take
need
any
to change.
chances.
No, but she needs to change plans.
Right. Okay.
And as I said, we have people there Monday through Friday now, and I'm sure that Terry's has some people down there, and I'm sure Walmart, I assume CVS and Walgreens have people to assist you.
You're on the air.
I want to say how much I appreciate you guys trying to help these people that don't know whether they're going to have insurance or not. And it really means a lot for people to pay attention. And I just want to say thank you for trying to help the people of Campbell County.
Well, I appreciate
and
it.
there's some that you can't help. And if they had to have brain surgery, no matter who the insurance company would be, it would bankrupt them. But I want to say thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, as I said, I sort of panicked last week when someone very prominent came in. He and his wife both have United Healthcare, zero plan, and would not have insurance come January 1st, and knew nothing about it. So now we have struggled to put it in the paper. We have struggled to do a lot of things. And I'm not warning just my patients. I'm warning everybody.
Absolutely.
Patients. So, again, why only 5 counties?
That don't make sense to me either.
Well, again, they went from a 4-star to a 4.5 star, and the ratings give them more money.
You're on the air.
That's the reason.
You're on the air. Go ahead, you're on the air. I'm going to have to let you go. You still there? You need to call back.
And while you're doing that, I want to remind the people again, Veterans Day Parade will start at 2 o'clock this Sunday. Call the City Hall and get all the information when you line up, and a lot of people get out and support our veterans, okay?
You're on the air. Go ahead, you're on the air.
Okay, I have a question. Does United Healthcare Community Duo Complete?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, pay for that.
That means you have Medicare and Teen Care, is that correct?
I think so, I'm not sure.
Well, I would check and just call them and check and make sure, but people who have a Medicare and Teen Care will not have to change, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right.
You're on the air. You're on the air.
Bob,
Yes, ma'am.
I want to ask Bob a question.
Go ahead, he's here.
It's not pertaining to the insurance. I'm going to ask him, what have you heard about McDonald's coming to this end of town?
Well, it's in the works, out of the works, in the works. My understanding that they are still looking for a plot of ground. I thought they had found one next to us. It didn't work out, and then then I found out they found one up north towards the hospital. I don't know if that's going to work out or not, but we're hoping to have McDonald's starting within the year on this side of town. Okay.
Well, you know that.
Okay.
Thank
you.
All right. Okay.
A question. And I've tried to find everything I could. You know that La Follette is probably the largest town in America that does not have a McDonald's.
No, I didn't know that.
La Follette does not have a McDonald's, folks. It's in Jacksboro, but not in La Follette.
We had it one at the mall, and then it had to get. They built the bigger McDonald's, which moved right in front of Walmart. So yeah, that's true. So we're hoping to get something on this side of town also.
Well, that's something you might use when you're negotiating with them, eh?
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're on the air.
Yeah, if you have Humana insurance and Medicare,
Yes.
Medicare,
Yes.
and Medicare, do you need to change or leave it alone?
If you're happy with it, just leave it alone. Okay? That's not going to be effective. Now, as I said, Humana has been bought out by Aetna, and somewhere in the next 8 to 12 months, Aetna will be taking over your insurance. Okay, that's fact. So you have something that you can change anytime, because you said you had Humana and Teen Care or QMB, so you can change anytime you want to. You're not limited to this December 7th sign up period. So if you decide to change in February, you can. Okay.
I think she's hung up. I want to just remind everybody. Now we have in Scott County, we had a some people that I know that worked at the hospital, and they were, and you know, they don't pay you the best wages in the world, and this person actually was in the administrative office, and one day at the golf course, her and some women that she plays with all the time hollered at me and said, "RL, what's this you're talking about?" It was another woman, not the one, the administrator, that there's a program out there that you can get into where you're not having to pay this $112 or $100 whatever a month for your insurance. And this woman said, "I just want to talk to you about it because so-and-so has told me that you've been talking about it and you've had people on." And my wife and I, we spent over $12,000
I remember
purchasing.
I remember when you was doing that, you was talking to me, and you gave Mark some credit, but I think I told you to go down and talk to him.
Well, there's no question you told me to go talk to him, because that's where he was working at your store.
Yeah, so, you know, he was...
And folks, I don't care what kind of insurance you have got. And Jerry, I don't care what kind you got. There's probably a program out there that you can get into that, and some of us or some people don't like these freebie programs, but we paid all that stuff in most likely. But anyway, if it's out there, if you don't use it, somebody else is going to use it.
Well, there's still 2 zero plans in Campbell County.
Humana's got one.
Okay. They do not.
Don't?
No. Cigna Health Springs has a zero plan. Blue Cross Blue Shield has a zero plan.
Okay.
And so if you're not in the hospital that much, that gives you a supplement if you happen to go into a hospital. Now, they've raised all these United, like your United Healthcare that in Scott County was $3,400 max out on hospital this year. Now, that's been raised to $6,700, okay, on all of them. All of them are now gone to, Blue Cross was $4,000, it's gone to $6,700. Cigna was at $3,400, it's gone to $6,700. But that's the most you pay per year if you had a catastrophic illness and was in the hospital.
This year alone, my wife and I, the hospital bills has been over $300,000 plus what we pay. So,
and how much did you pay out?
We've paid out $1,500 and $600.
You've not paid any more than $3,400.
No.
But that's going up.
But Lord, what would happen if we didn't have it?
Well, you're in good shape. But that's going to go up also. That went up also. But at the same time, this year, the deductible, like you go and have a MRI and the copay was $250. That'll go against that. Right. Out of pocket, where last year it did not.
Oh, okay.
So all that'll go out of pocket. A doctor, when you pay $20, whatever, $10, $15 to the doctor, it goes into the out of pocket. So you shouldn't be out any, per thing. So it's still those zero premiums. If you're not in the hospital much, it's something to really look at, even if you have a supplement. A supplement would mean, hey, I go to the hospital, I don't pay anything, but I've got some people paying $400 a month for a supplement. When you take 400 times 12, that's $4,800 plus your prescription card would be another $2,000. So you pay already. And if you don't go in the hospital, that's wasted money. If you can get a zero plan that your physician takes, your hospital takes, your pharmacy takes, all your doctors take.
They'll tell you exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Why not do that?
Right. You're on the air.
Yes, RL. I guess I was one of the lucky ones.
Okay.
I got a letter from United Healthcare saying my insurance would cease on January 1st or December 31st.
Yes, ma'am.
So all I did was call Mark, went over and met him, and he got me into another insurance.
Okay, that's fine.
I haven't got the paperwork that's on it,
but that's what we're trying to do. And Bob has been so adamant about it when he came here. Whenever I had Mark, but you talked before we went on there, and then you come down, and Mark come the next week.
Yeah, and again, we also talk about, I talk about to my patients, when they ask me, I say, well, if you don't go to the hospital a lot, why pay for a supplement and then pay for a prescription card too?
Right.
And when you can get a zero plan if your doctor took it. Now, some doctors don't take certain plans, so you have to don't ever change physicians. If you got a physician that you become to know and they're well aware of your condition, I wouldn't change physicians.
And then there's one other thing that we have witnessed this year. For heaven's sakes, if you've got make sure that you've got a specialist named on your from whoever you talk to. Tell me one specialist that takes this insurance, because sometimes it's hard to find a specialist that may be taking you. And you know, UT did not take United Health.
No.
And so
now I don't know what you ended up with. What Mark's ended up with you. I don't know what he gave you. Do you remember?
Yeah, I think it was Humana.
Okay, so. And that's fine, and you can get that as low as $39, something like that. Is that correct?
Yeah, he told me 39, but said mine may be lower than that.
Okay.
Because I get the extra help.
Well, if you had extra help, you probably might not even change anyway. But that is that's good. That's great. Okay.
Appreciate your call.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You're on the air.
Hello. What if you had the zero plan and then you went in like for a one-day surgery or something like that?
Well, you would be paying a copay. About one-day surgery probably. I'm just going by. There's so many of them. Probably you have to pay $225 copay, $250, something like that.
Okay. Ours was, or mine was $340 each. My wife was $1,500 her copay
for one-day surgery.
For one day, it was incredible.
Again, I guess it's the procedure that you're having.
Yeah, she had a defibrillator, 2 defibrillators, and a pacemaker put in. And you know, that's a one-day surgery anymore?
I didn't realize that.
It's one day.
But again, it's based on the procedure, and it's based on the hospital, and based on your income. And ma'am, if you got anything else?
No, thank you.
Thank you. It's like mine. I got the first surgery on July the 14th. And on September the 12th, they had to redo the same operation. Take everything out they done the first time and put new stuff in. And place the leads into different sciatic nerves. And at Fort Centers Hospital, I asked him, I said, listen, this is a do-over. And I'm having to take this out of my pocket. And I don't think that I should. I said, listen, sir, it doesn't matter. You come in this hospital we look and see what you're being done to you. And you either pay what we say you pay or it don't get done. So I had to fork out another $340.
Well, I didn't realize the copays were that much per day, but it's very reasonable compared to paying a supplement of $150 to $200 a month, and you pay it each every month whether you have a procedure or not. Okay.
You're on the air.
Good evening, gentlemen. Bob, I had a question. I know my mother has the red, white, and blue card, and she gets the QMB card every month.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, today I had to recertify from me and my husband, and they told me that his QMB would stay the same, and I said, he doesn't get QMB. And she said, yes, he does. I said, well, he doesn't get a card. I said, I know my mother gets a card every month.
Every 3 months now. Every 3 months now. Okay.
And she said, well, I think they've stopped sending cards out. Well, he's never got the card. And we have just been using his red, white, blue card.
Well, come down to the drugstore. All you have to do in the home health part, tell the girls the Social Security number, your name, and they can tell you if you've got TennCare or QMB. We have a computer. We have a computer that bring that up. Okay. All right.
Okay, I appreciate it.
All righty.
You know, we only got about 5 or 6 minutes for, and I was going to let Bob go after 9 o'clock because I had some other things I wanted to talk about. But if Bob, if you don't care, we'll stay here as long as we get these, and then I want to ask you some more questions.
Okay. Let me. You just got a few seconds.
No, we got about 5 minutes.
Okay. Let me go through this one more time. As far as my understanding, if you have United Healthcare Medicare Advantage plan, where you pay $0, and you do not have any extra help, you do not have to supplement TeamCare. You need to check with your pharmacy or come to the drugstore. We take all people's patients and let the experts talk you through where you need to go. Okay?
You're on the air.
Yeah, I was going to ask Bob a question.
Go ahead.
Okay, I have dual complaints.
Yes, ma'am.
You need to turn your TV down, ma'am, because you can hear yourself talking back to you and it confuses everybody.
Okay. Okay, I have dual complete.
Yes, ma'am. You have TeamCare or QMB, right? Oh.
Yeah, I think so. And I was wondering if I had to change.
You don't, but I would check and make sure you've got the TeamCare and Medicare. Okay, I would call and make sure. Or
I know I've got the Medicare, and I don't know about the TeamCare.
Okay, just come by the store or.
But my prescription, I don't pay anything when I go to the doctor's office or the hospital.
Again, I won't know until they check.
You just have to look at your card.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. What pharmacy you use, son? What pharmacy?
It's United Health.
What drugstore in town do you use?
I don't know.
Well, you don't know which drugstore?
I use Terry.
Okay, just all you have to do is call them and ask them if you have TeamCare complete. They can tell you. Okay, we can tell by the copay.
It says on my card that I have dual complete.
I don't think you'll have to change. Okay, but I would call Terry's and make sure. Okay.
All right, thank you.
All right.
The thing that I would want to say to everybody out there, especially you people that's retired and you're basically on a fixed income and you're not working anywhere, because most people, if you're working, you know that where the company's got insurance or not, but don't take a chance. Especially anybody that has a red, white, and blue card.
No, and if you got United Healthcare.
Right.
Especially take a chance. Just call and ask. Okay?
Right.
That's all we're asking. And while we're talking about the sign-up period for Obamacare is going on, and it goes through March, February 29th or February 28th, it to be effective March 1st, and March 31st to be effective April 1st.
Well, we'll talk about Obamacare some when we come back. Now, we got about another minute or so. Are you in there, Honeybee?
Yes, you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
QMB is designed for folks on a fixed income. It's a state program administered through the same department that administers the TeamCare. And it's just a level above TeamCare, and it really helps people out.
Why do my customers choose Husqvarna Power Equipment? That's easy, because my landscaping crew has to rely on a durable product.
I need the performance and quality that Husqvarna provides.
And the innovative products that help me move on with my day.
For maintenance parts or accessories, I don't have to go far. I know my Husqvarna dealer is right around the corner.
Make the impossible possible and visit a Husqvarna dealer near you.
Visit your local Husqvarna dealer or go to husqvarna.com for more information.
Welcome to Razax.
Razax has a friendly service with a family environment, with that country kick. It's a family-owned with delicious food, offering breakfast, lunch, supper all day long, and great steaks, wonderful salmon. Also, for that sweet tooth, pies and much more. For the kids, games, daily specials, dine in or carry out. Call 423-569-3354. Call Razax today.
Riggs Drugs has been a part of Campbell County for generation after generation, serving our friends and neighbors. And now we have redesigned our store to better serve you. It's the same knowledgeable and friendly staff, but a new look and new technology to ensure you get your prescriptions fast. We've always got you covered from prescriptions to all your home health needs. We've always been more than a pharmacy, still offering a huge selection of gifts and decor here at the new and improved Riggs Drugs.
Hi, my name is Jeremy Pierce. I may not be Jake from State Farm, but I do wear khakis. I've been here with Linda Kilgore's office for 2 years. I enjoy helping people make a decision regarding their insurance based on their needs and wants. I'm fully licensed. I enjoy selling auto, home, and life insurance. So feel free to come in or call in anytime, and I'll be glad to help you.
Now with a full line of independent rear suspension options, the all-new Foreman Rubicon and Rancher automatic DCT models are equally ready to work and have fun. Part of the growing ATV family from Honda.
You know, I talked with a lot of people this week that had that Medicare plan that was going away, and I ended up talking to them a little bit, and I found out that they've got the QMB. You know, it's a pink cardboard card that pays your co-pays when you go to your doctor. That pink cardboard card will entitle you to get the extra benefits you hear me talk so much about. And I've run across several people this week that got into their wallet, and lo and behold, they pulled out one of those, and I said, aha, did you know with the pink QMB card in Campbell County, you can get your dental and your vision catalog and a catalog to help you with your over-the-counter products at no cost. And that dental coverage is comprehensive. It's not just your cleanings and checkups.
Why do my customers choose Husqvarna Power Equipment? That's easy, because my landscaping crew has to rely on a durable product.
I need the performance and quality that Husqvarna provides.
And the innovative products that help me move on with my day.
For maintenance parts or accessories, I don't have to go far. I know my Husqvarna dealer is right around the corner.
Make the impossible possible and visit a Husqvarna dealer near you.
Visit your local Husqvarna dealer or go to husqvarna.com for more information.
Welcome to Razax.
Razax has a friendly service with a family environment with that country kick. It's a family owned with delicious food, offering breakfast, lunch, supper all day long, and great steaks, wonderful salmon. Also for that sweet tooth, pies and much more. For the kids, games, daily specials, dine in or carry out. Call 423-569-3354. Call Razax today.
Riggs Drugs has been a part of Campbell County for generation after generation, serving our friends and neighbors. And now we have redesigned our store to better serve you. It's the same knowledgeable and friendly staff, but a new look and new technology to ensure you get your prescriptions fast. We've always got you covered from prescriptions to all your home health needs. We've always been more than a pharmacy, still offering a huge selection of gifts and decor here at the new and improved Riggs Drugs.
Hi, I'm Ann Love with Linda Kilgore State Farm Agency. I have worked in the insurance and financial services industry for over 20 years, formerly with the John R.W. Brown Agency. I'm a native Campbell County and enjoy helping people with their insurance needs. Stop by and see me for all your insurance needs.
Razor, Ranger, Sportsman, Ace. If you live for the outdoors, there's a Polaris to match your passion. Confident, comfortable, capable. That's Ace. With a solo cockpit, automotive controls, independent suspension, all-wheel drive, and up to 45 horses of fuel-injected power. Calling it revolutionary would be an understatement. Polaris, the world leader in off-road innovation.
All right, we're back, folks. Again, I want to Ron's Golf Carts and Indoor Flea Market. He's got the North Face rain jackets, and he's got the North Face jackets, he's got UGG boots, he's got the golf carts, he's got used furniture, he's got antiques, you name it. You go there and check him out. And also True Value Homes in Scott County. You got property, you can get a house. Go over and check it out. Also, Rick's Drugs at Jacksboro. It's in La Follette, but it's called the Jacksboro store, isn't it?
Yes.
They have Humana Insurance, and they're open until 1 o'clock on Saturdays. So anyway, now, as I was telling Bob...
Well, let's do this Veterans Day one thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Be sure, Mayor Stanfield wanted RL and I to make sure you understand that this Sunday at 2 o'clock, there'll be the Veterans Day Parade, and you can call downtown at the City Hall and find out where you're supposed to line up and all that stuff. And please get out and support our veterans. My understanding is going to be one of the bigger parades, so please get out and support our veterans.
Okay. Now, Bob, a couple of weeks ago, I had a bunch of questions. I don't know whether you sent, and asking the people here in Campbell County how they feel about this particular issue. I mean, and I had a bunch of questions, and we went 2 hours, and I still didn't get through all of them. But one of them, being we was talking about insurance here tonight, was Obamacare. And believe it or not, here in Campbell County, of all the voting that night, that Obamacare, or whatever kind of care you want to call it, because the
health exchange is what it's supposed to be.
Well, Tennessee, the governor did not accept it whenever it was first offered, and it was over $1 billion that he turned down.
Well, that was on the Medicaid side.
Oh, okay. Okay, but anyway, over half of the votes came in that night. People saying, keep Obamacare. But whenever I listen to these debates from the RNC, or from the Republican candidates, half the time that they're talking is they want to get rid of Obamacare. But on my show here and in Scott County, I had more people saying, don't make away with Obamacare, but they'll vote the other way. What's going on?
Well, the criteria of being eligible for Obamacare is you have to have filed a tax return, you have to make more than $12,000 per year. There are some subsidies that's allowed if it's based on your income and how many children you have. So it could take a premium of X and lower it to a lower amount. So there's a lot of variables, and these people that come to my store can also sign you up on that. A&S Steel, I bet you we had 50% of their employees come up when they closed. They had no insurance, and since they met all the criteria of last year and everything, a lot of these people signed up on the exchange at very reasonable amounts. Okay, now with that said, last year the subsidies, so here comes Blue Cross, all the other insurances, they're doubling, going up anywhere from 38 to 60% on these this year. So it doesn't look as attractive, but it's still affordable and it's still there. Now, I see the debates too, and I listen, and there's 3 presidential candidates. The one from Wisconsin, the one from Ohio, and the one from Kentucky, all ran. Their states took Obamacare. I mean, the Medicaid side, okay? And I think the governor from Ohio was questioned about that you lost $1.8 billion by accepting it. And he let them know real quick that he has got his state from a $2 billion deficit to a $1.2 billion surplus, and most of that was due to doing the Obamacare.
And it was called Obamacare when he accepted it. And John Casey.
And he was a member. When President Clinton and Gingrich and he was in the Senate. The last time that we had a surplus and a balanced budget in the United States. So the guy is pretty smart, but he let the commentators know real quick, the numbers were wrong and they made money. So including, and then Governor Walker of Wisconsin said the same thing. They actually made money. Why the state of Tennessee did not accept that, we would have had 278 to 300,000 people eligible. We're not talking anybody, freeloaders and all that stuff. We're talking about people who worked, lost their insurance because of either health reasons, and they had to lose their jobs, and then they lost their insurance that way until they supplemented up to Medicare because they got disability. That's 2 years. Or you lose your job like people did at A&S Steel, and they supplemented until you found something else. I mean, there's a lot of reasons. These are temporary type things to go. And Governor Haslam had the opportunity to do this and chose not to. Then 4 years later, he chose to, but then it took a vote from the Senate and the House, and he couldn't even get out of committee. So I have a feeling that he will get out of the committee this year.
Okay. Well, okay. Here's Hazel Valley. Go ahead, buddy.
Hey, Bob, I just got off the phone with Bill Ford. You know him.
No, sir.
You don't know Bill? He grew up here in Campbell County, Demery.
Okay, go ahead and...
He's an agent for United Health.
Okay.
He lives over in Maryville now.
Okay.
Anyway, he told me you were partly right and mostly wrong.
Well, we don't want to know anything about it now because we got all these people at least checking up on their...
Wait a minute. He clearly stated that United Health is terminating its AARP Medicare Complete Advantage program, but they have 3 or 4 other programs.
That's exactly what we were saying.
That you can continue with, that you don't have to run down to Riggs Drug and sign up with another company.
I never said you had to, but I said go to get the farm to your choice. But number one, there's only one. There's only one that there's only one that they will accept after January 1st. That is people who have Medicare and TennCare together. It's called Dual Complete. There is no other Advantage plan that that Campbell Countyans will have, and that's So
Advantage plan means, Jerry, that there's no premium.
No, there's no premium, but it's Advantage plan, and I don't. So it's nothing to do with supplements. It has nothing to do with the Medicare D card. It has all to do with Advantage plans, and the only Advantage plan that's going to be accepted in Campbell County after January 1 is those people who has Medicare and TennCare together, period. Now, those facts, I know.
Healthcare is continuing service in these 5 counties except their Medicare Complete Advantage program.
That's exactly what we were saying.
That's what I said.
But they have other programs that they are continuing.
Yeah, they have supplements that cost maybe $150 to $175.
It's going to be up here making house calls if anybody wants to give him a call.
Okay.
And I think.
But I'll tell you, come January 1st.
Humana has a darn good program.
Humana, Cigna, Blue Cross, that's the ones in the area. All of them have good programs. So, but
anyway, I just want to let you know that.
Well, I'll tell you, I've already talked to RL, and come January 1st.
You were right and you were wrong.
Well, I wasn't wrong.
No, you just wasn't listening.
You just meant you wasn't listening because you won't shut your mouth long enough.
Okay. Look, I'm just telling you what he said, Bob.
Okay.
But come January 1st, when people come into my store and they have no prescription coverage, I'm going to tell them to call you. No, I'm going to tell them where you live, and they can come by and ask you what went wrong. Okay?
I tried to get Mr. Ford to call your show and to call you personally.
Yes.
He said no. Said I know Bob and I know his reputation.
We'll talk to you later. You're on the air.
I just got a quick question and a comment. I do not, jury. This is for jury, and I know that I don't understand, jury. You're the only caller that's called with any BS other than any other callers. But Mr. Fannin has not promoted his store. He promoted Terry's, Walmart, CVS, and Walgreens, but he is not.
Food City too. I forgot about Food City.
And so, I mean, but the jury, I mean, there's a time for fun and games, but when the man's trying to help, and it's not making him a nickel. So, but that's all I got to say, fellas. I appreciate you.
Okay.
Good night.
And all I was trying to do is tell about the Vantage plan, but there is going to be people that slip through it and it's not going to have insurance.
Now we've tried our best here we've touched on this already 3 times in the last month.
Yes, I call you every week.
Yeah.
If I'm not here.
Yeah. In fact, at one time I thought you and oh good Lord. The guy that comes up here from the insurance company, Mark, I thought you and him was going to put something together and spend some money with me.
It just never did turn out. Well, since then, Mark is going, there is so many people and so few agents.
I understand.
So Mark is going, using Terry's, okay? He's going down there, and we got a local person to come in to ours and assisting and make us come in.
Well, basically, Marcus went solo because he's going to the senior citizen centers and going this and that, and even going into their houses and what have you. And his is a little different too. But now, if anybody else has got any questions, now I would like to hear from someone that had called me a couple of weeks ago.
Talking about Obamacare.
Talking about Obamacare. I'd like to see, tell us any advantage that it's been to you or disadvantage.
Well, I've been listening to the Republicans and Democrats both, and I heard a Democrat say it was an insurance. Miss Clinton even said that it needs to be tweaked, and it does. And now I'm hearing Donald Trump it's something to start with. We'll just add to it or take it away. You've got 5 or 6 of those Republicans now saying, "Hey, we're not going to appeal it. We're just going to improve it."
But then there's some of them out there like Cruz. The day that I'm inaugurated, I will stop over. They can't do that.
Well, they can if they had a vote high enough to, is veto, but right now
you can't do it. Not till Obama leaves.
I mean, they're wasting so much time. Why don't they focus on things that hasn't been done? Veterans, for example. 307,000 veterans died because they couldn't get an appointment last year. That was reported in the newspaper. Why don't they just give them a card, slowly start doing away with the veterans hospitals and this and that, give them a card where they can go, but they go to their local doctor, the local hospital, and local pharmacy and get what they need, and over a period of 20, 30 years, it's take that long, as you do away with the veterans hospitals to turn them into maybe nursing homes or homeless shelters for the veterans and stuff like that, hey, it would save them trillions of dollars.
You're on the air.
Yes, I got a question for Bob.
Yes, ma'am.
If you're not eligible for Obamacare, they say that you don't make enough to be on Obamacare.
Yes, ma'am.
And they won't give you TennCare. How do you get signed up on insurance?
That's where you talk to your state representative and your state senator and have them to vote for this new health care plan that Governor Haslam tried to get through last year and will try again this year, and you may be qualified for some type of TennCare under that program.
See, there's a lot of people out there saying Obamacare is a giveaway, but you had to make $12,000 before you could even qualify to get
it wasn't a giveaway.
Obamacare.
But that your state representative, call him, call your state senator, and say when it comes up for a vote this year, encourage your colleagues to get it out of the committee, vote on it, and get this passed. And under that, it may take 3 or 4 months, but you could probably be qualified under that. Okay.
Okay, what happens? Well, I'm calling for my son. He goes to college and he works.
Yes.
So,
your state representative is Dennis Powers. Dennis is not on the committee, but some of his colleagues are, and he can, he can encourage them to go with this. And Senator Yeager, Ken Yeager out of Rome County is your senator, and you can call him and encourage him to try to get this out of the committee this year. I believe it will be passed this year. That's my own belief, but because tens of thousands of people have died over the last 3 to 4 years because of lack of health insurance in the state of Tennessee, and that's criminal to me. That's criminal.
Well, let me ask you a question, ma'am. How old is your son?
He's 21.
Okay. Is he married?
Yes.
Now, he still possibly could be placed under your husband or your insurance. You need to check into that, because you can insure them up to they're 26 years old.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Okay?
It's possible. Do they have children?
They're expecting their first child in...
It's possible. I call my agent tomorrow and say, listen, can I put my son and his wife on our insurance? He's 21 going to school. I think you can do that.
Yeah, you
can
possibly put him out on your insurance, and
will the premium go up a little bit?
But it won't go up much.
Okay.
Appreciate you calling.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay.
You're on the air.
Yes. Bob, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
My husband and I both have Humana Gold.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, you got Humana. What was the question?
Okay. He has been in the hospital 5 times in the past year.
Yes, ma'am.
And he is already in the donut hole. We get most of his...
Yeah, he's already met his donut hole.
Yeah, but we get the medicine through the mail from Humana.
Yes, ma'am. All I can tell you to do is, I don't know what medication he's on or anything like that. The brand drugs is what's probably going on. Is he a diabetic?
Yes.
Okay, that's number one. I mean, that's high. I always ask your physician, who's your physician, huh?
Dr. Tarzan.
Okay. I ask your physician if they have any samples. I always ask on these more expensive drugs that on your copays. See if you got any samples. I always ask. That helps. We work with coupons, and we get in there and find the coupons. And once you go in the donut hole, if you'll go under the name of the insulin, you can go to patient assistance, and once you go into the donut hole, there's some free insulin out there for people who's gone into the donut hole. So, but you got to have access to a computer, somebody knowing it, that you go under the patient assistance, put the name of the drug in there, and the generics won't help you any, but the brands will, the insulins and stuff like that. And you might get some free.
It's not on the insulin,
but again, through the Obamacare, the donut goes to 40% next year. I mean, it started out at 100%. You had to pay 100% once you went in the donut. Now it's down to 40%, so that helps some.
Folks, you all want to excuse me, Bob. You run it till I get back.
Okay. Do what now?
Should we stay on
Humana?
Should we both stay on the Humana Gold that we're on?
Well, I mean, the donut hole is going to be the same on any plan you get. But do you get assistance? Are you paying $107 or $39? Which one do you pay?
Paying $105 for him and $105 for me.
Okay. I would probably go to the somewhere and come to the store and just ask about the Blue Cross card. You have any specialists that you use?
He's had to go, and he's had to go to see any specialist, and every time he goes, it's $35.
Okay. Oh, I would ask about the Blue Cross plan because it's got a bigger coverage. I would just ask. And since we're in a sign-up period, I would come to the store, and you may have to wait 15, 20 minutes to see one of the agents, but they can tell you the difference because it would save you with a zero premium. It would save you a couple of $100s a month in premiums. That's $2,400 a year. So $2,400, while I'm understanding he's in the donut hole. That's $2,400 saved. So
well, we both are retired from the city, so you know who you're talking to.
Yeah, But I would probably come down there and check on the Blue Cross, the zero premium, and
will he be there Thursday?
He's there. They're there every day this week. Okay, they're going to be there every day until December 7th. Okay.
Okay.
And so, but I would do that because just check with other. See if you can get something cheaper. The donut hole's still going to be there, but if you get something that saves you $2,400 a year, you've got that $2,400 back to pay on something else, which is in the donut hole. Okay? Does that make sense, what I'm trying to tell you?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm not pushing one over the other. I'm just saying that you're in a unique situation. You always hit your donut hole. So, I would take a look at that.
Okay.
And
I'll be down there at the school. We'll come down to the store and talk to and see what we can.
Okay, there's a couple down there, okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
All right.
Bye-bye.
I'm glad you're here so I don't have to talk to myself.
Well, sometimes, folks, it just, I mean, it don't matter.
I was going to call Jerry Kidd back when me and him was going to have a conversation.
Okay.
What else do you want to ask me other than that?
Okay. I was going to do this, and I wanted to well, I hope that nobody takes this personally, and because you're a businessman, but I wanted to talk about the National Rifle Association.
Gun control. Huh?
Gun control. Now, I mean, I want to make myself clear. I believe in the Second Amendment just as much as these people out here. But there's one thing that when that Second Amendment was written, they didn't have
machine guns.
They didn't have machine guns, and they didn't have gun shows.
No.
And I just can't, for the life of me. I mean,
two things that I have to say to that. I think everybody who wants to own a gun should own a gun. Okay, that's I'm in favor of people owning guns.
Me too.
But one piece of paper should be added to that application. A simple letter from their primary care physician that's stating they're in a good frame of mind. Now, several of these events where these tragedies have happened, they could not got that letter. They could not have bought a gun because they would have said they were under mental health treatment at the time. So I'd like to see that happen. The other thing I'd like to see happen is these new smart guns. I saw it again on 60 Minutes last night, and I had looked at a smart gun, and NRA is against it. A smart gun is where you buy a gun for you, and they fit it just for you, and you can pull that trigger, no safety, anything, you pull it, and you're protecting, what you're buying a gun for is protecting yourself, correct?
Right.
So,
no, not like there's some people that wants to go out there and shoot off 100 rounds in 20 seconds.
But you have it on your nightstand or something like that at night just in case your home is broke into. Well, most of the people I talk to, that's the reason they have guns. Okay?
Right.
All right. Other than hunters. Now, hunters, we are not even talking about hunters, okay? So, but the smart gun is, you put the lock on it, you have to unlock it and all that stuff. If my home is broke in, my alarm system goes off, I only still got seconds to react. A smart gun, even if they took the gun off my thing and they pulled the trigger, it wouldn't work. It only works with my fingerprints, my stuff. So I could, One of my grandchildren couldn't get a gun and pull the trigger. Okay? These accidents that children have and everything, that will be playing with a live gun that doesn't have it safeties on, doesn't have the lock in there where they can't pull the trigger and all that stuff, you know, and the parents are a little negligent, and I can't say it any other way. These accidents wouldn't happen. Now, the killings in Chicago, you're not going to stop that kind of stuff. But you're not going to stop, but you can stop some of it. And some of it is better than none of it.
Well, let me.
But I like the smart gun. And NRA almost ran Smith & Wesson. They started producing these, and they ran them almost out of business. You get on the internet and look it up. It was amazing how many billions of dollars they, you know. And then if you put them in a local gun shop for sale amongst all the other guns, they're threatening. I mean, they was threatening one guy. One guy wouldn't even put them back in if he was ordered to. So it came out of New Jersey legislators, but if one person buys a gun, a smart gun in the state of Tennessee, it activates that New Jersey law. So New Jersey, it goes all smart guns. And if I keep thinking of a better state than New Jersey and Ohio and Illinois and New York that must buy smart guns. You can only use your finger. I mean,
it's something I wanted to, but there's a misconception, and the reason why, because Hazel Valley gave me a hard time, and you mentioned Chicago. Do you know what city in America has more violent crimes than any other city in America? Large city.
You know, you said this once before on your show, and I forgot what.
Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis
is the number one.
I was going to say Nashville, but
Memphis, Tennessee has more murders, has more violent per capita than any other. And now this was on the computer this last week. How come and I was going through, you know, and looking and seeing, because I just said, boy, Chicago, God, they killed 72 of them week before last, 72 something.
And people like us, you know, these gangs are shooting each other. That's a shame in itself.
The reason Chicago is,
but they're killing innocent people in the line of fire.
Right.
So, I mean, you know, if I was the mayor of Chicago, it's about time to bring the National Guard in on these particular areas and shut them down. I mean, if you have 79 over a weekend,
right?
It's time to bring the National Guard in and see how they stand up against our National Guard. I mean, you know, these gangs have to be stopped.
Something that's got to give. But like I say, only reason why that I think that some of the people call me and make Chicago the big deal, or even some of the news, is because Obama's from Chicago. But Memphis, Tennessee is the most violent crime city.
And you know, and you've had a lot of bad publicity on cops who have taken, you know, made bad judgments and people have died and all that stuff.
Well, we're going to take a break. In fact, Bob, I'm just going to keep you around.
Okay, my wife may be mad, but
because I got one more question, then you can go in and I'll go take it on by myself.
Okay.
We'll take a break. We'll be back after these words from our sponsors.
Hey, this is Mark Beckman with Independent Insurance Consultants. You're used to seeing Blake McCoy sitting here. We decided to change it up a little bit. I'm helping folks with their Medicare and TennCare questions. If you've got Medicare Part A and Part B, if you've got TennCare to go along with that, you most likely qualify for extra benefits at no cost. Please give us a call, 866-691-5571.
Why do my customers choose Husqvarna Power Equipment? That's easy, because my landscaping crew has to rely on a durable product.
I need the performance and quality that Husqvarna provides.
And the innovative products that help me move on with my day.
For maintenance parts or accessories, I don't have to go far. I know my Husqvarna dealer is right around the corner.
Make the impossible possible and visit a Husqvarna dealer near you.
Visit your local Husqvarna dealer or go to husqvarna.com for more information.
Welcome to Raise Axe.
Raise Raise X has a friendly service with a family environment with that country kick. It's a family owned with delicious food, offering breakfast, lunch, supper all day long, and great steaks, wonderful salmon. Also, for that sweet tooth, pies and much more. For the kids, games, daily specials, dine in or carry out. Call 423-569-3354. Call Raise X today.
Riggs Drugs has been a part of Campbell County for generation after generation, serving our friends and neighbors. And now we have redesigned our store to better serve you. It's the same knowledgeable and friendly staff, but a new look and new technology to ensure you get your prescriptions fast. We've always got you covered from prescriptions to all your home health needs. We've always been more than a pharmacy, still offering a huge selection of gifts and decor. Here at the new and improved Riggs Drugs.
Hi, I'm Cindy Christian with Linda Kilgore State Farm. I've been providing excellent customer service for State Farm customers for 4 years now. I'm licensed in auto, home, life, and health. Come in and see me for all your insurance needs.
The Mule Pro FXT can't handle. The 2015 Mule Pro FXT. The Mule Pro FXT is engineered to smooth out the most rugged terrain. Over 8.5 inches of suspension travel make uneven surfaces feel a lot less jarring, while a tight 16-foot turning radius combined with electric power steering means easy and effortless cornering on a dime. Engine braking is tuned for a controlled feel when heading downhill, and high output LED headlights light up the way. Round out this exceptional package with the maximum stopping power of front and rear disc brakes, and there's almost nothing the Mule Pro FXT can't handle. The 2015 Mule Pro FXT.
The view.
Hey, I hope you did hear what I said. True Value Homes bringing you tonight's show, and Ron's Golf Carts and Indoor Flea Market, Tennessee Outdoors. And again, Riggs Drugs at Jacksboro is open on Saturday now, folks, till 1 o'clock. I got another question I wanted to ask Bob, and the incident that happened with the young lady in South Carolina this week. And the young lady, I'm going to tell you what I think, and then you all can call in and tell me what you think. I thought the young lady totally ignored the students that was in that classroom, because they asked her to get off the phone. Her teacher asked her, please put up your phone or leave the classroom. She refused to do that. They called the assistant principal, and he asked her, please put up the phone or leave the classroom. She refused another authority figure. And whenever the SRO officer came in, he asked her to leave, and he reached down to pick her, and she hit him twice. Now, again, I don't agree that he should have turned over the desk and the way he did, and scooted her across the floor. I have a problem with the anger that he had, boom, like that. But I have a problem with the man being fired. Because my way of thinking, if we take away all of the, I guess, authority from our cops, now we're giving them a hard time now, and we know that there's some cops out there that don't need to be carrying, don't need to have a badge or a gun. We know that. But we can't just continue to take away their authority, because how many kids have we got right here in our county that would probably pull it, and I know what would happen to me if I'd have done that, or even right now if my kids did that. Whenever they got home, they their back end is going to get awful red, and they're going to get a lot of stuff taken away from them. And I think that they should not have fired that cop.
Well, I know when I went to school, if I got a spanking at school, and I got spankings at school, I wasn't a very nice boy. And I got a spanking when I got home too. So, you know, but he may have used a little bit too much violence against a child. She did lock her legs on the desk, underneath the desk, and that's the reason it turned over. You know, we're adults. We could probably dismiss the class, called their parents and made them come and take the child out. That would probably have been a little bit better, but I agree that we have to support our police officers. I mean, you know, you got this Black Lives Matter movement going on, but all life matters. And we have a black police officer that was killed in New York, and just days after that, we have this director from Hollywood comes and says, kill police officers and stuff like that. That's stupid. I mean,
Well, that's the reason why we've got.
I mean, you know, you can't negotiate with idiots or fools, and and you can't negotiate with children whose parents is not going to take care of it at home. Okay?
Yeah, but, and they're probably going to wind up with $250,000 or $1 million of lawsuit.
Again, the adults in charge probably didn't use wisdom. They could probably done a lot of other things other than how it turned out. But in the heat of anger, when we say a teenager, this little girl wasn't little.
No, she's 16 years old.
And she was pretty good size. Oh. And you're defenseless because you can't do anything. And I don't think the way he took her, he was trying to get her legs unhooked from the thing, but it did sling her. He probably should wanted moving schools or gone or some type of reprimand, 2 weeks or 3 weeks. If they'd been fired, I didn't think so either. I have a brother-in-law that is an SRO, and I can imagine what he would have done. And I don't think this would. I don't think it would have. I don't think Alan would never got to the point where he had to do something like that. But the girl was. She was at fault. There's no question. And but they could probably negotiate. They could even turn class out except for her, and see what, and then call the parents in and see what they had done.
You're on the air.
Ariel, it was my understanding that the girl had Down syndrome.
Well, I've never heard nothing like that.
I haven't either. So
nothing at all. Now, I did talk to an SRO officer too, and to see what he would have done, and they have special training. And he said the thing that they could have done the best was leave it, just sit right like it is, to where someone else could come in, an authority figure, and get one side of the desk and the other side, and carry her out to the hall and arrest her, put her in handcuffs, and take her to jail.
Well, yeah, I mean,
well, that's what I mean. I had said that on the internet. It said that she had Down syndrome.
Well, I mean, I don't know, and you see one video on the news, and you only see the one. You don't see the stuff that happened prior to that.
Right.
And you know, there's recordings of that also.
Right.
I'm sure they just not got up here yet. But you know, listen, our cops and our SROs, they have a hard job, and every time every time they pull a car over just for speeding, used to pulling a car over for speeding 10, 15, 20 years ago was no problem. You pull one over now, you're taking,
their lives are in danger.
Their lives are in danger. And
I tell you, if that had been my child, when she got home, she would have got the whooping of her life.
Well,
for acting like that.
Well, you know, for her acting like that, and again, I don't know if she had some type of disease or anything, but you know, my understanding through on the news and everything, it wasn't her first time she's been in trouble. So, but again, they could handle it a little bit better. How they handled it was poor, but you know, everybody has a temper. I got off on Mr. Kidd today because I'm compassionate about that, about what I was trying to do, and so everybody has a temper. So
Yeah. Really?
so and
Some handle it better than others.
Some handle it. The SRO officer probably could handle it a little bit easier. The principal was there, called him in. The assistant principal was still in the room.
Right.
I don't understand. I think I would just surrounded her desk with adults and the rest of the class and just looked at her and then called her parents.
Well, you know, there's another school there.
I can guarantee she would have been expelled for a while if they hadn't done what she did.
Thank you for the call.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're on the air.
You know, a lot of the problem actually starts at home.
All the problem starts at home.
Exactly. People raise their kids nowadays to have absolutely no respect for anything or anyone in this world, and most of them think someone owes them something.
But at the same time, overreaction is overreaction, and they've been trained better than that, and so I don't know what I would have done. I haven't asked my brother-in-law how he would have handled it, but I have a feeling that he would have talked that little lady to get up and walk out of that thing, or he would have stood right in front of that desk and she would not interrupted that class anymore while the class was going on. And after the class, her parents would have been there. Okay, so
Appreciate your parents should have been called.
Yeah.
If it had been a child of mine that had acted like that.
But overreaction,
No, I'm not saying he acted right, by no means.
But I don't think he should have been fired, do you?
No, I do not.
And all this is stemming from one.
The parents should have came down there.
And most of this is
dealt with the child, and then if she had handled right, she would have been more than glad to have got up and left that classroom when she got able to.
Yeah.
Appreciate your call.
But that's the problem now. You ain't able to whip your kids now.
Well, no, the problem is I don't think the school officials is able to spank your children.
That's what I'm saying. Call the parents.
Well, if you have a school system and you can't spank the children, because children is going to be children, okay, and they're not mean, they're just mischievous.
And they're going to see what?
Yeah. So if a parent, you sign a piece of paper, yes, you can spank them, or no, you can't spank them. But those people who says no, you can't spank them, has to be on call and has to be able to get to the school within an hour, and we'll let the parents spank them. And that's how I see it. Okay.
There's a difference between discipline and abuse.
Absolutely, we understand.
I've got 2 grown children, and you could ask either one of them. They never was abused, but they was sure cutting check quite a few times.
That's a little difference, isn't it?
Appreciate your call.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, the reason why I bring this up, folks, is not because totally of that incident. The main thing is we are, and the media and everything else, every time a cop messes up in any way, and they do mess up, believe me, and there's some bad ones out there, but we're losing too much respect for the authority figures. This kid had no respect for any kind of authority figure, regardless of what illness she may be schizophrenic. You don't know, or I don't know, but we cannot allow our children to be disrespectful for authority figures. And I'm afraid at this kind of stuff, and them seeing it on TV, and that we'll have the same thing happen here.
And you don't see it once, you see it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. That's just on national TV. Right. Just think what it got on social media, where it's gone viral, and it just continues to play it.
And we just got
don't think our children are not smart enough to pick up on that.
Oh, well, they're plenty smart enough, but that's the reason I'm saying we as parents and grandparents, we got to make sure that we think about what we say in front of our kids, because no matter how this thing or how wrong that policeman was, this person was wrong, in totally no respect for authority figures. And our kids, believe me, they pick up on it quick. I know.
It would have been, it's not what happened, but it would have been nice if the SRO officer happened to bring the mother and father in and see if she backtalked mom and dad too at the same time. Because, you know, all the children have cell phones. So this was being recorded by each and every one of them. So there's a cell phone out there that's got all of it.
You know, I'm telling you,
they got every bit of it.
They shouldn't be allowed to take cell phones to school.
But every one of somebody or two or three or four has got everything from the beginning to the very end,
and they'll see all of it.
But here's eventually, but you know, it's not helping the SRO agent, but because he did lose his cool. I mean,
I want everybody knows my little grandson, how much I talk about him and this and that. And I told him the other day, I said, "Now, buddy, you are going to get your lesson, or I'm going to bust that bottle." He looked at me, and he's 9 years old. He said, "Papa, you're not going to bust my bottom. You love me too much." I told him,
that's reason you're going to bust this bottom.
This try me. You're on the air.
I want to tell you, my sister got a call that her son was in the office. So she went over there. She took care of the problem. She asked the principal, said, "Can I have your belt?" He took his belt off and give it to her, and let me tell you, never again was she called back to the school.
Well, you know, things are changing, and I mean, I personally, if I think I was on the school board, if I was going to have discipline and all this stuff, those parents who do not want their children spanked, they have to sign something that if we call you, you have to be available and be there within an hour.
Yeah.
And let them determine the punishment. Okay.
Well, it's wrong. The teachers and the principals aren't to have the right to spank them, to keep them in line. I told my grandson's teacher, I said, "Spank him." She said, "I'm not allowed."
No.
And I said, "Even though I give you my permission." She said, "No, I'm not allowed."
But I don't know. It's going somewhere. So our children, hey, but you know, they talked about us the same way when we were teenagers. So they talked about our parents when they were teenagers. The world's going to heck in a handbasket because what we gonna do next? So it's gonna be. It's the same thing.
I got a real good friend. I mean, a real good friend, and he is so Republican. I don't care. He is the most Republican person I've ever seen, and every time you talk to him, this United States is headed right down the tube just as fast as it can go. This Obama has driven us in the hole so bad, and he never said, and well, I'll come back and say, well, Scott County right now has an 8-point-something other unemployment rate. We've never been there before in my memory. And today I bought gas for $1.70 something other. But in George Bush, when he was there, I paid twice as much as that. And they said that we couldn't open up the lands, and Obama's keeping us from opening up the lands. Well, we got more oil than we've ever had before, more open lands, and we got more jobs. We got the gas prices has went down. I don't know what he's done.
I don't know, like the Keystone pipeline. You know, gas is cheaper closer to the refinery.
Right.
But up north where the oil's coming from, it's still between $3 and $4. I don't understand. Instead of doing a pipeline to refineries who's holding oil in reserve that has not even been turned to gasoline yet, why don't they just build the refineries instead of up there, so then they can distribute gasoline at a cheaper rate up north?
Right.
And I don't understand.
I don't either.
I mean, the refinery should be built where the oil is coming from, and but unless you're ready to deport it. Now, if we are depending upon so much Middle East oil, then why are we deporting oil?
And not only that, this oil that's supposed to be coming through this pipeline has nothing to do with the supplies for the United States of America. It's also, and going, it's a Canada. All there, that pipeline will only be paid for in rent to go across this line or working, they said maybe 20 people.
And we've got more natural gas. We've got enough natural gas in the United States, even in this county, in Scott County, to supply us with energy, cleaner energy, than for 500 years. By changing it like we tried to do with the Soviet Union when they collapsed, the West stepped in. We stepped in because it was going to go up. And,
you got a couple minutes.
And so they converted most of just the military and the 18-wheelers to natural gas. In the United States, it would create 5 million jobs. Natural gas would be around $3, okay, a gallon, but it would burn 50-60% cleaner. So why don't we use the reserves that we've got?
Whenever it was so bad, and they're saying we got, and gasoline was around here about $4 a gallon, that Scott County, Tennessee had enough natural gas to supply the whole East Coast for 30 years.
Yeah. Well, we could take a little thing out of that, but I mean, I vision our children. You pull up to a gas stop station. You can put gasoline in, you can put diesel in, you can put natural gas in, or you can plug your car in.
Right.
And that would be something.
Appreciate your call, now.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, are you Honeybee? You there?
Yes, honey, I'm ready.
Okay, let me do my. Well, I'm gonna take one more call, and that's it. You're on the air.
Okay, North Dakota's got all, they got so much oil, they had a preview on TV said they couldn't get enough workers, to handle it all.
They said North Dakota had enough oil that they could.
They had enough in reserve that they couldn't pump it if they wanted to.
Right, and last 300 years.
Yep.
Yeah, and also they said for the job situation, they had 3 jobs for any one person that came up there.
Appreciate your call.
Thank you.
Okay, folks, don't forget True Value Homes bringing you tonight's show. Call Keith Clothfelder at 663-8633. Tennessee Outdoors, Ron's Golf Cart, North Face jackets, what have you, and the used golf carts, or he can get you a new one if you want one. And also, the Veterans Day Parade will be this Sunday at 2 o'clock. You need to call the office at the City Hall and find out for parking or whatever, where you need to go. And also, I want one veteran out there, Mr. Bingham, Roger, we hope you're being able to watch it out. I don't know where you're at, and I hope you're able to come to this parade. So good night, everybody. I'll see you next week.
Opinions, positions, or strategies expressed on WLAF TV 12 do not necessarily reflect those of the staff,
customers choose Husqvarna power equipment? That's easy, because my landscaping crew has to rely on a durable product.
I need the performance and